Hi, folks, and welcome to Math with Mr. W. This morning, we have another discussion on the idea of premultiplication. And here what I have is a beginning of a chart. And because the board isn't that big, I've only gone through the 7s, but you can extend this out through the 12s easily by yourselves. So now, kids come to me in 9th grade and they don't know their multiplication skills. Now, I'm sorely surprised at that because it's basic skills, fundamentals. Knowing that 9 plus 6 is 15 is just as important as knowing 9 times 6 is 54. These two facts have to be placed in their heads, and they have to be fundamental. Now, students will say to me, I don't know my 6s, or I don't know my 7s. Or, what? I don't know my 7s? Well, okay. So I've been thinking about this for half a century about how do I get multiplication through the kids? And we talked last time about the idea of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, that we use rhythm and patterns to help students understand what the numbers have to be. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and so on. Now, what students end up having is a chart like this. And, well, they couldn't learn their multiplication skills for some reason. And maybe some kids have a difficulty learning. But you and I both know that 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, and then 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 6 is 36, and then the last one we have is 49, which is 7 times 7. Now, if I were to write 5 times 3, okay, I know that's 15. But I have that same number over here, 3 times 5. It's right here, 15. Because 5 times 3 and 3 times 5 are the same. See, our students are decided they have to memorize 144 different things. No, they don't. They have to memorize 72. You see why? Because this half is exactly the same as this half. This half is exactly the same as this half. So when you're teaching multiplication, when you're getting the beginning of multiplication, let your students know that 6 times 7 and 7 times 6 are the same. So whether they see it or hear it different ways, they have to get the same answer. And I know this is going to make it easier for them. They're going to feel better about it. Because they're not going to say, do I know my 6s? Do I know my 7s? When the answer is the same for 7 times 6 and 6 times 7, it's still 42. And when they realize that, it's going to make them feel better. It's going to make it easier for them. And memorization, again, will be so much easier if there's a rhythm to it. So many of your students have music in their background. Some of them even play instruments. Use that to help them out. Thanks for being here. See you next time on Math with Mr. W.